My second podcast, and we have Divya Boppana here. She's a
Hi
content
guys.
creator and a fashion enthusiast. So,
Hi
Divya,
guys.
hi. Sorry to interrupt twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the thing. I already recorded it earlier. This
What?
is what I've been doing it with Jayant also.
Oh, fuck. Uh-huh.
So, this 3 to 1 was just for you. It was always
Uh,
recording.
oh, damn. Okay.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
Divya, tell them about yourself. What are you doing on Instagram right now?
Right now, I'm creating content. I'm trying to bring in more awareness about a lot of things happening around and everything in my view and my perspective. So I'm someone who's really, uh, you know, aware about environment. So I'm trying to bring in more sustainable fashion. I'm trying to,
Awesome.
as much as I can, like being a fashion enthusiast, it's really hard to like stick to sustainability, but I'm trying
True.
my best and I'm trying to encourage and support local brands. That's something that we should be doing. I think we support a lot of international, everything international, but yeah, I think it's time we support local brands, local talents, local everything. I think there's a lot of talent here. It's just that we don't accept sometimes. So yeah, I'm trying to do what I think is right and I'm
That's
just going with the
amazing.
flow as of now.
And I personally feel the reason you stand out from everyone else is because you focus on the local people. Because you're
Yeah,
you're
I
doing
do
it for
because
them with a reason, not just to
yeah,
grow.
yeah.
So that
Because
is, yeah,
see, someone should talk about it. So I want to be
definitely.
the one talking about it. And I'm glad, like, after I started it and I started talking about it, yeah, initially I did face a lot of issues. Like, a lot of people were like, why are you doing it? You don't really get a lot of money out of it. I mean, it's not interesting. If you're not talking about a big band, no one wants to see you. But I think what was really a turning point was when Narendra Modi said vocal for local, when
Yes.
like a couple of months ago. That's when I think when someone, a big prominent influencer like Narendra Modi says people that you have to support local brands, that's when a lot of people and then a lot of fast fashion culprits and all of that came out. So
Mm-hmm.
that's when I'm glad that a lot of people and influencers are talking right now about it, and a lot of like I have seen a lot of my followers and a lot of my family friends and all of them buying from local brands. So yeah, they are no less, they're not cheap, they're not anything, they're as expensive as the ones you get it at any fast fashion or any other brand that you find out there. It's just that it's made in India. So I mean, anything ours, we don't value it. Anything that's from outside, we value it. So yeah.
Pop culture.
Yes, that's something that's ruling us.
So tell me one thing, how did you get into all of this? Because I knew you since
Since
11th. I mean,
long.
I didn't know you
Since 10.
personally, but I know you as Divya, but we met in CL if you remember. CL? No, no, no.
Yeah, but I think
Tuition. Tuition.
we met at in ninth or 10th at Bhavan's MUN. I think we've known each
I
other for
wasn't
like
in
forever,
Hyderabad
but
in ninth and
what?
yeah, I
You
wasn't.
were in Bhavan's, right?
No.
No? Oh, fuck. I'm
That's
sorry,
all
but I
right.
thought you.
That's all right.
Oh, maybe from 11th we like know each other.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Arbain.
Yeah. So yeah, from 11th, I've always been someone who I was a that I've always had like guy friends. I hardly had any girlfriends. I was always a tomboy, but I didn't really enjoy dressing, but I always wanted to stand out in what I do or what I wear or anything as such. But after I went to Oval Ready in my 11th and 12th, I I realized that until then I was just with my guy friends and all of that. Later, when I started making girlfriends and like going out and dressing up and all of that,
Playdates and
that's when
stuff.
I know that my style is somewhat different. And I've always had a thing for fashion. Like I want to do fashion designing and all of that, but not like a designer, but not like a stylist or like someone who styles themselves. So I wanted to do designing. That's been my thing. I actually wanted to join NIFT and all of that. So I've always had thing for fashion, but never into dressing up and all of that. But yeah, it did come to me um, at in my 12th grade, and that's when I started my blog because back then I didn't know Instagram could create a lot of impact.
Got
like
it.
this. So I was like doing blogs and all of that. I was writing blogs. It was called Live. So it was
I
there
remember.
back then.
I remember.
So it was there back then, and then I had to stop it because 12th board exams and all of that, and I was spending too much time on creating content on that platform because back then it was not so easy to do a lot of things,
Very true.
for me at least. I mean, I was really young and there were a lot of things happening, so I couldn't really do a lot of stuff. But later, after my so after I joined Francis, I was really thinking if I should do it or no, and then I went on a solo trip, and
Okay.
then a lot of things, just opened my mind, and all the
Interesting.
thoughts just came out, and then I started doing a lot of stuff that I liked. Like apart from blogging, there were a lot of things that I got to know, and I realized I kind of tapped my inner self, and that's when I realized that there's a lot more life than what I was seeing right now. And that's when I thought I should probably, start blogging on Instagram, because that's the time when Hyderabad started picking up. So I really wanted to start my own page, but I had my fears and all of that, but still I did. And it was hard for a long time, but yeah, I'm still going about it.
That's what I've observed also. You just mentioned I realized my inner self. So that's what
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the change. It was initially, even in 11th and 12th, you were on these platforms, but then
Yeah,
suddenly there was a change. It
yeah.
wasn't like the casualness anymore. You were all into it and you were focusing onto it.
Yes.
And
I
when
mean,
I,
even now, I wouldn't say like I'm 200%, I 200% want to be a content creator, but I have my own personal, and this is my passion. It's not like my, at least as of now, not my full-time thing.
got
But
it.
yeah, I really like doing what I'm doing right now. So I'm just going with the flow, something that I'm passionate about. So yeah.
That is amazing. But from what I
Yeah.
see, this is the
Mm-hmm.
trend I've observed in you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Uh, Initially, you picked on blogs when blogs were really popping. Nobody were on blogs and you entered it. Then later,
Yeah.
you saw that Instagram is a platform where people are putting out their content.
Yeah.
And this is what I've told you earlier also. Everyone was popping off on Instagram, but they did not convert like you. They did not make something
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
So that's
Because I
what,
think
yeah.
I'm someone who was really practical in a lot of things. I mean, at least for the past 1.5 year, 2 years, I'm really being practical about a lot of things and all of that. So whatever I'm doing, I'm trying to be relatable, and I'm trying to be myself and trying to be authentic. That's something that's not there on internet. Like, I wouldn't say not completely, but the majority it's not. No one's being themselves is what. That's something very disappointing. If you're being on a public platform, that's something that you should have. Like, you should be
Exactly.
yourself. You should, you know, um, people are following you for you, not for a multiple number of personalities in one person and trying to show all of that. That doesn't work out. You have to be yourself, and you should stand on what you truly believe in. And that's when I think it takes time, of course. I wouldn't say that I'm successful. I'm nowhere close to success. I still have a long way to go. But right now, I think I am doing what I like, and I'm happy with the number of audience that I have. I don't want like in case or something, but I am happy with the number of audience I have. So yeah.
That was awesome. That was really good.
Thank
That's going to work out really amazing for the trailer now.
Oh
You
God.
just went with the flow there.
Yeah.
So tell me one thing. Did building a platform on Instagram and then modeling for others help you create a financial source of stream for you?
So so initially it wasn't like I was, so a lot of you guys don't know about this. I used to go to college in the morning from 8 to 2, and from 2 to 8 I used to work. I used to properly intern. I
Okay.
even until my college, from my first year I did my interior designing,
Mm-hmm.
and from second year I've been working as a intern or as a part time, or like student positions that
Got
were
it.
there.
Yeah.
So that really helped me financially. Like, I've been independent since my 18 years. I haven't been depending on my parents for anything. I mean, for school fees and all, of course, like college fees and all, of course, they will take care of all of that. But other than that, I've been independent. So I've been working. So when it comes to content creation, you need to invest on a lot of stuff, right? So
Yes.
I was getting all of that money from what I was working, something that I've had earned,
Mm-hmm.
my hard-earned money from working and all of that. So that's how everything started. For me to, I mean, even for a brand to come and collaborate with me, I had to show my own content, right?
Yes.
When I show my content, that's when they want to come and see what I do. So before people came to me, I was working really hard on what I earned. I was trying to invest that money in a better way so that brands could come and collaborate. Initially, even now, I think Hyderabad's not that aware about collaborations as such. We're still learning. All of us are learning about collaborations and all of that. But brands are a little, let's just say, a little one step back. So when
Mm-hmm.
I was starting off, for them, collaboration was just barter. They would never pay because we never had the number of followers.
Got
No
it.
one cares about the content. They just care about the number of followers. And if you're not touching the criteria of payment, they won't. I mean, you have some K followers, that's when you get the payment. You
Okay.
don't get it otherwise. So initially it was really hard for me. I was trying to work, I was trying to go to college, I was trying to shoot and all of that, but on weekends I would manage. For the first couple of months, I don't think I even earned even a rupee. Like later on when
How long was that for?
uh, I honestly don't remember. I'm really bad with all of this, but
Okay.
it took a couple of months for sure. It didn't happen like in a day or two, but it did take a couple of solid months, like 4 to 5 months for sure.
Got it.
And that's when I have a really good height as well. So uh, people
Wait,
and
6'1".
no, I'm like 5'10" or
No,
something.
bro, I'm fighting.
I think they were this.
You're
I'm
taller
five.
than me. You're taller than
Is
me,
it? Then
definitely.
probably 5'11", maybe that's it. I'm not 6, nowhere close to 6. So yeah, so I think that's when people started seeing me, like they wanted to model and all of that. But yeah, I was earning. I think my initial thing was about 2K or like 3K that I got,
This was in?
and then later, this was a year and a half ago, easily.
Okay,
It's been, yeah, I think Jan 2019,
got
I
it.
guess. Yeah, I think that's the time I started earning. And then yeah, it started off like that, but it took to go until that point. It took me a lot of, it takes a lot of thing to just go there. But yeah, I did that was my breakthrough, or I don't know what you call it, but yeah, that was the time when that was my
Breakthrough,
first
definitely.
check or something. Yeah,
How do you
so
feel?
that's
How did it feel when you first received that 3K check? Or whatever
mm,
amount that
yeah.
was?
I was really happy. I felt okay, people actually like what I'm doing. So people are noticing me and they're calling me and they want me to do something, they're letting me do what I like. So,
Yes.
I mean, all these days I was doing what I like for free. Now people are actually paying me for this. So I'm like happy.
Might
Like
as well
really
do
happy.
more.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And yeah, so that's how
Okay,
it all started. Mhm.
so tell me two fears you had initially when you started off, or two things which you had to face a lot.
Pays a lot. One evident thing that I faced for the longest time was I didn't have anyone to support me. I didn't have my friends who supported me. My friends were always, they always had a problem or they never support. I mean, if you have someone oh, so sorry. If you have someone supporting you constantly, that's when your friends should always support you, right? I didn't
Very
have my
true.
friends support. That was one biggest drawback. And the second thing was I was really scared about the negativity scene that usually happens when you start something. There are a lot of people or your own friends or someone who create fake profiles or just do the negativity
I
thing.
just saw your
That
story
was,
today. Somebody created a
yeah,
fake
oh
profile.
my God. I'm so used to all of that. But today, like someone pretended to be me, they're posting my pictures and they were talking like me. That's something I'm so used to, but today it just triggered me because they were trying to speak like me and texting people and all of that. That's when I'm like, no, bro, I can't take this shit right now. Because, someone who actually might think that was me and have a conversation, and that's a whole
Y-
lot of mess
Yeah,
again,
that's
which I
another thing
don't
to
want to
deal
deal
with.
with.
Exactly.
Yeah, so So those were my only two fears, because I had full confidence on my talent. I know my brain. I know who I am. So that wasn't a problem. I was just scared about. I didn't have the proper support, as well as I was scared about what the negativity. Basically, that's the only.
So
Yeah.
you had to shoot your own videos initially, right?
Yeah, everything, like my own
And
pictures, my own videos, everything.
and I'm guessing you didn't know it by birth or something, so you had to train yourself, right? Is there some story
Yeah.
behind all of that?
No, but I always like, getting pictures clicked and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have pictures and all was fine, but videos and something, editing and all of that, I was really bad. Like, I think YouTube videos helped me a lot. Like, back then I was literally on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a really quick learner. Like, I don't take time. Even now, I just need to focus and I'm done. So
That's
I
amazing.
did pick up really fast. I
Mm-hmm.
did learn how to edit pictures. I learned a couple of softwares, Photoshop. I learned Lightroom. I learned a lot of things that I need for my, passion and profession. So I did learn a lot of them. And now I'm trying to learn every single day, because every single day there's a new update coming up or a new something coming up. So I am trying to, learn and all. So that's how it all started. I think YouTube really helped me. And of course, working with photographers and videographers,
Mm-hmm.
they were really supportive, and they helped me know a lot of technical stuff.
Awesome, but YouTube thing, I'm focused too much on the YouTube because again my mind is like this girl hopped on YouTube when it was popping again.
I'm not on YouTube.
No, you were just telling me you were using YouTube, right? To teach yourself
I was.
content.
Yes.
Now, if you look at it, everybody is doing that now. They're teaching
Yeah.
themselves stuff from YouTube right now. You picked on
Yeah.
it when nobody was even caring about that thing.
Yeah, so that's because, when you're starting something, you need to know everything before you start. You just can't start something and then learn stuff. I mean, that works sometimes, but for me, at least, I want to know everything before I start something and then go about it.
Well, I would say I do the opposite. I jump into
Yeah,
it and
it
try to
works.
figure it
So,
out.
yeah, for few people, you just want to go ahead and see if it works, and then
That's probably
Um,
because you're smart and you can grab
yeah,
information.
it could
For
be
people
both
like
ways. Like
me
they.
who cannot
Mhm.
grab information that quick, we need
Uh-huh.
to go ahead with it.
Yeah, so it works
One
both ways. I
second, I'm
wouldn't
very
say
sorry.
that you have to go this way, but yeah,
Can
your
you hear
video is
me?
stuck. I don't know why.
Yeah, I just figured my video stuck. Can I just check it
Yeah,
out?
yes. Okay, got
We're
it.
back.
Yes.
And I forgot what were we speaking about. Do you
We were
remember?
speaking about YouTube and how I picked up and how
Did you finish?
everything went. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's done.
Okay, so tell me about how your college life. What did you do during your college? Or are you done with college or do you still have it?
I'm in my third year, and I'm yet to give my exams, my last semester exams, but
Mm-hmm.
COVID happened, so I'm still yet to give my exams.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm still not a graduate yet, but I hope I don't have to write my exams and just get my degree into my hands without writing exams. I'm really hoping that happens. But yeah, I'm still studying. I studied my undergrad. I'm still studying to be practical. So I'm doing it at St. Francis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my BCom accounts and finance.
That's awesome. So what are your plans after college now? Do you have
After
anything
college, I
planned up?
initially wanted to go abroad and study. I either wanted to do MBA or something in fashion. I'm still a little confused
Mm-hmm.
as to what to take. I wanted to take not a gap year or something, but take a 3-4 months break from after
Okay.
college and choosing what to go. I mean, figuring out what to do next. But the whole COVID situation happened, which actually gave me a lot of time. But still, we don't know how the situation is going to be post-COVID. So I don't want to rush and take a decision right now. And later, if it's not in favor of that, I don't want to take that risk again.
Makes
So
sense.
I have plans of studying after all of this. I want to know more. I want to study more and all of that. Probably I'd start something by my own later. But as of now, I want to study and go about it.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So if somebody were to start in fashion blogging or creating
Mm-hmm.
content, what would you suggest them to do?
Like, I would say, just be yourself. First thing, just don't lose who you are and don't get carried away, because there were times I got carried away as well, but I'm really good at getting back at it. So,
How do you mean?
um,
How do you mean?
so yeah, sometimes you get that really you want to create content and you really put yourself into that pressure and all of that, and you just want to do so. If someone famous is doing something and getting even more famous, you want to do that, right? That's something that all of us do, but that works for that certain person. What I'm doing might not work for you. What you're doing might not work for me. Everyone has our own journeys. Everyone has our own set of audience, and we have our own thing.
Very
So
true.
do not get it's completely okay if you get carried away, but not for long. Just know your roots. Just come back to who you are. I mean, all of us make mistakes. I've made hundreds of mistakes. I still make mistakes. So it's better to learn and just grow up every day and learn new things every day. Be consistent enough. Just keep posting. Don't think about what others are thinking. Gonna come back to you when you're doing something great or when you are doing something nice. Or I mean, if you know what you're doing, I think you know. I mean, if you're clear with your vision, I think you're good to go. I think you have to just be consistent and be yourself and be different from what others are doing. Just don't do what every other sheep is doing out there. Just be a good person trying to don't spread negativity. Like that's what a lot of like I'm seeing a
That's an
lot of
important one.
people just spread negativity and trying, and I am just like they just throw shade on someone, they just do something. I'm like, bro, do you actually have time to do all of this? I hardly have time to sleep. I don't have time to meet my friends. I don't have time to do a lot of stuff, and you guys are trying to throw shade. You guys are trying to do all of that. But yeah, it takes some time to reach that point, but I think it's good if you have those things clear from day one. That just makes things easier.
I think the people who throw shade, right? It's weird and funny. They take the time out to watch whatever content you put, finish
uh,
it, and then shit on it. It's like,
Yeah, I'm like,
thank you for
bro.
giving me the view.
Yeah, you're giving me the view, you're giving me all of that. And the worst part is people copy from what you do. They copy, they don't take inspiration. They just like copy what you do. And then 2 3 days later or sometime later, they throw shade at you and they're like they speak shit about you. I'm like, what the hell? It didn't really happen to me, but I see a lot of
People
online wars
facing it.
happening. I'm like, bro, why you? I mean, I feel sad for consuming that information. Like, I'm like, Divya, why are you putting yourself through all of this? It's not worth it. You don't have to see this. There's so much beautiful. There's so many beautiful things happening out there, and what are you doing? You're looking at that crap shit. I literally scold myself sometimes for take consuming such
That's an
information.
important and that's a true one, dude. That's what I've been observing that with our friend circle also. The kind of posts they put up is, kind of sad.
You know what? They put up something. Okay, I see people putting up when Sushant Singh Rajput passed away.
Yeah.
I see everyone talking about mental health. I've been talking about mental health way before any of them was talking.
Very
Even before it
true.
was an
Very true.
internet sensation. I've been talking about it for the longest time, I know, because I have faced a lot before. So I am trying to spread my 2 cents on it. And then, like, now I see a lot of people saying don't judge, but everyone's judging. Like, it's over, and now people are back to judging. People are back to doing everything that they used to do before. I'm
Exactly.
like, bro, you post something, and see, everyone. So I do have acne issues. I do have a lot of issues. When I post a no filter picture, or when I'm trying to just be myself, people judge me for that. And they are the same people who say, take care of your mental health, be yourself, be all of that. I'm like, I'm being myself, bro. I mean, it's
It's
just
funny,
so
they just don't
beautiful.
match their words with actions.
Yeah, it's just so. They just post it because it's trending online. It's like I think they should become influencers. They should like, you know, at least we follow it sometimes.
Keyboard
But
activists.
yeah, if there's a trend going on, we try to, if that suits us, we try to follow that fashion trend or something. But yeah, these people are trying to match that meme culture, memes and all of that. What, I don't know what you call them, the
Clout.
motivational
Clout.
things and all of that.
I
So
think we
yeah,
call that clout.
yeah, it's just happening. So weird. Like they just speak about 100 things, but they don't follow it. And I'm
Very
like,
true.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
this may seem like you're calling out a lot of people, but it's not that. It's just the reality. You're just speaking about what you're seeing.
Yeah, it's I don't want to mention
She's
anyone
not
or
judging anyone
anything.
right now. She's just
No
giving what she's
way,
seeing
no
right now.
way. I'm just telling you the reality of
Very
how
true.
people are. I'm pretty sure even all of you guys watching this or listening to this have already seen or heard about all of this. I'm pretty sure you are one of them who post something and talk something. So
Definitely. Definitely. I can 100% guarantee you I was one of them. But then that's when I started doing shit in my life where I saw that my words and my actions were not up to date.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that
That's one good thing. If you're trying to change, that's amazing. We all make mistakes. I have been on the same boat. I have talked about something, I didn't do that. But yeah, every day is a learning process. It's good if you're learning, but it's bad if you're trying to post something and still trying to be the same. That's
exactly.
bad. If you're trying to learn every single day, trying to be the best version of yourself, you're amazing. I really respect you for that. But if you're someone who is trying to post something and throw shade on someone, it didn't happen to me. Honestly, I'm really blessed that it didn't happen to me. But a lot of friends and other bloggers or other public figures, they faced a lot. It's good to be kind to everyone. Doesn't really matter, but it's just good to be kind to everyone. So let's not judge anyone. Don't judge me and Suraj for doing this right now. Let's just be nice to everyone. Let's just let people do what they want to do.
I really think this judging thing is what stops a lot of people because me personally also, the moment I got a clarity that I have to start creating content and building a personal brand, I need to create content. When I got that realization, the first fear was what are people going to say? So
Yeah.
I had to make peace with that, saying ki whatever that person has to say has no effect on me.
Yeah, that takes time. Like same, it did happen to me.
For me,
But
luckily, sorry, go on.
no, tell me.
For me, luckily, I gym helped me out with my confidence. So before, when I was skinny, people told a lot of shit, but then same people turned when I changed. So I understood people are very, fickle-minded. They'll just see the
Yeah,
situation and then
very.
react.
So it happens. That's what I'm saying. People will not be by your side when you're let's not use the word failure with someone who's not up to the mark
Who's
or
just starting off.
yeah, who's just starting off. No one cares. No one. My own friends never gave a shit about me. A lot of people never gave a shit about me. But when I am doing something nice, they want to come back to you. So if you're really passionate about this, do it. Everything's gonna fall in place. Don't worry about it. I'm telling it from my very, very little experience. So yeah.
And that experience is very much valuable for anyone who's starting out. Because whatever
Yeah,
worked
I'm
for her can work for you as well.
Yes, for anyone.
Exactly.
Whoever's watching this.
So, if you can give me 2 or 3 habits, actually 3 habits, which kind of help you change your lifestyle or help you in your career.
In my career, I think first thing, looking at things in a positive way,
Mhm.
because we are surrounded by a lot of negativity, like on social media or
Very true.
friends or anything. So just being positive always, and trying to take in only positive information. I know I sound like a guru and all of that, but it actually works. But even I
Actually,
used to,
it makes a lot of sense because during situations when people judge you or when you face some tough situation, if your mindset is not positive, you cannot go through
you're,
it.
yeah, so you have to be positive.
Very true.
Just that's the first thing I would say. No matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, just be positive. That's something that really matters. The second thing would be probably just be true to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Just be who you are. Don't lose your inner self, no matter which profession. See, this is a different profession for sure. This is something that's really special, I would say, because you're trying to stand out from what others are doing. But if you're not yourself, it doesn't make any sense. People want to follow you for you. So if you're on a platform, people want to follow for you, who you are, but not for anything else. So just be yourself and try to be innovative, creative. Just show people who you are. Why do you want to start this? Just fulfill the purpose of why you're here and do it every day. Every time you're creating something, just think that's your last, the piece of content that you're trying to put out. Put in your 100% in whatever you're doing. Don't just get irritated. If you don't feel like doing it, just don't do it. Do it. Try it some other time. Just because you have to, just because you have a deadline, or just because someone's catching your neck, and just don't do it. Do it if you want to do it. Do it 100%. That's when things get better.
That thing which you told, do it like it's your last post. That thing was really amazing. That's a nice one.
Of course, sometimes you never know. Sometimes we never know if you're going to live
Very true.
next minute. So whatever you're putting out there, just put your 100%. I think that really works. For me, it works. So, yeah.
What is the last one? You gave us two. Give us one more.
Yeah, just be yourself, and that's something that I already mentioned. Just be creative. Creative on the whichever platform or whichever stream you're doing. I mean, whatever you're doing. In that field, try to be creative, try to be innovative, try to stand out. Just don't be a part of that sheep, a group of sheep, whatever you call them. Yeah, just don't be there. Try to be different. There's a lot already on internet. You make sure that your consumers, your content is your consumers worth the time. Just don't just. It's not just going to be another video that you're scrolling through. Make people stop at your video, see what you're doing at. So work on those lines. Just don't do what everyone else is doing. Just do something different.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So those 3 points, thank you so much. I also started my own journey right now, probably 5 or 6 weeks ago.
I hope these help you.
I'll definitely use them. I hope somebody else who's watching or listening to this will also use them.
Yes.
And I know Divya is short on time. Actually, it's because of me, because I delayed it by 45 minutes. Very sorry.
But it's fine. It's totally fine.
So we'll have to end this now because Divya has to go out.
But not like to chill or something. I genuinely have work, so that's why I'm stepping out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Be safe. Anyways, Divya, be safe when you're heading out.
Yes.
Alright, so this was an amazing second podcast, and I'll see all of you in the next one.